Celebrities in the basement, the place to be. Karen Weiler Martin on your TV. Politics, drama, music, sports, arts. Favorite celebs, climbing the charts. First-hand info on the live. Careers, next projects on the rise. Come visit Karen every week. Never know who's in the hot seat. Celebrities in the basement is the place to be. You got Karen Weiler Martin on your TV screen. Celebrities in the basement is the place to be. You got Karen Weiler Martin on your TV screen.
Good evening, I'm Karen Waller Martin. Good evening, I'm Karen Waller Martin, and welcome to Celebrities in the Basement. Let me just tell you how truly elated I am. I am sitting on the set in Norristown, Pennsylvania, the set of Daughters of the Mack, directed by, drumroll please, woo, Philadelphia native, by way of Florida, is back home to direct this live theater production. Mr. Mack Daddy, Kevin Mack.
How are you, Karen?
Oh my goodness, welcome home, first of all. Yes. How does it feel to be back home doing what you love to do?
It's great to be home. You know, I love theater. You know, I love the Philly vibe. I love what we do here.
Yes.
You know, they don't do things the same way. You know.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So you came home to put on this production. Why come back to Philadelphia? Why not put this production on in Florida?
Well, mainly the scarcity of the access to minority actors in Florida. There's a, and it's no criticism, you know, I mean, art is art, but I wasn't brought up as a feel-good theater type person. You know, it's not about anything being destructive or anything like that, but music sells.
Yes.
You know, lots of comedy sells. You know, things that people can turn their mind off and just come in and enjoy. But anything that has a little sting or a little bite behind it, people are going to be kind of shaken.
Stand off.
Yeah.
Yes. And let's talk about why this particular production, why this script.
Daughters of the Mack, it won the Ardelco in New York in 2017 for Best Ensemble Piece. NEC did it as part of their 50th season revival. It's a wonderful story. It's about a grandmother in southeastern Louisiana who was abused in her youth by her husband. So she creates this mock or a curse, which is designed to protect her daughter and all the female descendants from future abuse by any men that happen to come into their lives. That's the vehicle that Judy Ann Mason chose for this story. But the story it's a wonderful story about family.
Yes.
You know,
truly.
About how sometimes we as parents, you know, in our zeal and our desire to protect our young from certain things, sometimes we go too far.
Yes.
Even
I can
being
attest
well
to that.
intended.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
And so you have the old school grandmother who's set and resolute because her, you know, her injuries and her memories were fresh.
Yes.
You know, then you have her daughter, you know, who's very loyal to her mom, so she follows unquestioningly, even though she has her own sense of right and wrong.
Yes.
The granddaughters are the newer generation.
Yes.
They don't see things the same way.
Definitely not.
You know?
Absolutely not. Now let's talk about, as you're talking about these characters, let's talk about how you went about casting, who you cast, and why you selected these women.
Okay. The casting process was a bit of a challenge because I was in Florida.
Yes.
You know? But I knew certain people, you know, and when you make you see things when you're reading the script and you just envision
Yes.
certain things happening with certain people. So I started making phone calls, and I was very fortunate,
Yes.
you know, because the people I reached out to, you know, they were available, so I was able to get the script to them.
All but one.
Yes, all but one. But you came through for me.
I came through for
you
Kevin
absolutely
to
came through
for my
because
replacement, so to speak.
Ms. Roxy has been a
yes.
shoulder. She has been an absolute soldier, and
So let's talk about the cast. So from the grandmother on down.
okay.
Yes.
For the grandmother Mau Mau,
Yes.
you've got Karen Vick.
Yes.
Enough is said. Just mentioning her name. Karen's wonderful. She's been doing this forever, and
I like to call Karen legendary.
yes.
She's a legendary theater mom,
I
icon.
can count the number of actors I know on one hand that have performed at the White House.
Yes, yes. That's
know.
awesome. Yes.
You know, I'm just in awe. Then I have Roxy Fab.
Yes.
There's Aurelia,
Yes.
Mau Mau's daughter. She's rock solid and steady, and a woman who's put pride in raising her two daughters. For the oldest daughter, Manita, I have Kimberly Fairbank.
Yes.
Kim is another legend in the making.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I met Kim easily 20 years ago. I was directing Night Mother,
Yes.
and she was in that show for me. And I'm the type, I follow my friends' careers.
Okay. Yes.
You know,
absolutely. Absolutely.
even
as
when
we
I'm
all
in
do.
Florida, I know
Yes.
what everyone's doing.
Yes.
You know, which makes Facebook such a wonderful tool
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
it keeps me in contact, and I'm always able to reach out to people and call and say, hey, have a great show, or whatever. The younger daughter, Amanita, is played by Tanya Randall. Tanya's a up-and-coming actress. She's not a newbie by any measure of the imagination. She has solid theater bona fides and web series work, and she's getting ready to work on a major independent film coming up. So I'm really fortunate. And as Amanita's sidekick, I've got Wendy Smith playing. Yeah. Wendy has been absolutely on fire.
I'm
this
sure.
year.
I'm sure. Yes.
She's been project to project to project, and she's been producing quality work wherever she went, because I've known many of the directors she's been working for. So it's been fortunate to have 5 selfless actors come together for a piece that is truly an ensemble piece.
Yeah.
Pain to your soul. Don't you see the pain you yet allowed that man to bring you? Each day he be in the bed of your mind, he bring pain. Your strength be snatched away from you. Your blood be pure. You carry the mark. You be the daughter of the Mack, of the blood of Justine. No daughter of the Mack sheds her golden tears on the ground of a man.
What kind of curse? Ain't you ever noticed nothing odd about your family?
Odd?
What don't you have in your family that everybody else got? What? What do I have in my family that you don't have in yours?
A daddy? But lots of people don't have daddies.
Not just daddies.
What?
Men.
Myself about it. And it hurts even more because I can't show it.
Now you stop that. You know you do not cry.
Then what am I to do?
You're to wipe the memory of that man from your mind. You're to forget you had 2 sons. Why suddenly bring this up today?
It's been 3. Today's the day.
They died. It's been 3 years, Manita.
3 years I held it in, but now.
But now, daughter, but now. You will erase the memory of that man from your mind.
You know, and they're super supportive of one another. They take direction well. They're not afraid to ask questions, you know, and it's been a great journey.
So let's talk about, because you were in Florida, when did you get in town? And let's talk about the rehearsal process. How did that go?
Okay.
And how long was that process?
We began rehearsal November the 19th.
Okay. Wow.
November the 19th. And it
Was everyone off book, or was scripts still in hand at that point?
well, scripts were still in hand because they needed to be comfortable with the material. You know, you can learn all the lines, but until you really understand exactly what's going on, it's always best, you know, to work with that script in hand. It's a security blanket until you have real understanding. Then you can set it down and we could begin to move forward. Before I got here, I was on Facebook and I saw where Roxy had went live, and she was showing a copy of her rehearsal schedule.
Okay,
And she said, "This thing is gruesome." Because even arriving on the 19th, I made it a point to give the cast off for Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
Well, God bless you for that.
You know, I was trying to be understanding.
Unlike the retailers, retailers have their employees working Thursday on Thanksgiving and Black Friday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I knew this was going to be a challenge, you know, and so even after having Thanksgiving and Black Friday off, the 24th and 25th, that Saturday and Sunday, they rehearsed from 9 to 5. Both days we were putting in the work.
Yeah. Why select? Now, this is a beautiful theater, newly renovated. When I drove up, I said, oh, it brought back memories, because we put on the Colored Museum here. I directed the Colored Museum, and it was no way. It was a theater. It was a black box, though.
Yes.
This is no way a black box theater.
They have
Let's talk
done
about it, yes.
an amazing job with the restoration here. I had reached out to Stan and Matt Durkin back in, I guess, April, and we were talking, and they said the space would be available, and you know, but they were going through their renovation project, so everything would be good by then. But then around October, I got an email saying this might not happen.
Be ready. Yeah. I mean, you can actually, for those that are in the studio and on stage, you can smell the newness
and
here.
Then,
Then
at the beginning of the month, I got another email saying everything's good.
Great.
You
great.
know,
Yes,
I was like,
yes.
You know.
But why select this theater in Norristown versus a theater in Philadelphia?
There's an interesting paradigm shift happening. Most of the places that support independent theater are all closing. You know, so you know that becomes a rush. You know, and a crash. For example, Seth. You know, Seth does wonderful work at Interact. But his black box space is supporting 4 theater companies right now, you know, and it's booked.
Yes.
It's booked year round. One of the hardest things to the independent theater community was the closing of the Adrian.
Absolutely. Yes.
They supported a lot of our work there, and
we put on the Colored Museum there also. There, here,
exactly.
Yes.
And it's interesting because for as many people as I know, you know, in the arts community, the names of the powers that be have changed over the years. You know, so when you reach out to them, they're like, who? Exactly. You know.
But I'm, and?
Exactly. You know, so it's that, and it's nothing to get angry about. It just is what it is.
Yes.
You know, but it's we have to create opportunities for us to keep enough stuff out there to maintain relevancy
Yes.
in the scene.
And kudos to you for coming back to Philadelphia and bringing this production home sweet home. Will you take this at all on the road or on a tour, or this is pretty much the beginning and the end?
My initial dream for this piece is to get some of the larger theaters to come out and see it, because I believe pieces like this are really in like Interact's wheelbarrow. The Curio would be good with this. I'm trying to establish a bridge of communication with PTC,
Yes.
because Paige Price has come in there now, and
yes.
she's got a lot of ideas.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I've always had a great working relationship with Penny over at Hedgerow, and I'd like to showcase this
Yes,
for the larger companies, because I believe this piece is worthy
absolutely.
of the opportunity to run, because it would get in contention,
Yes.
for Barrymore with the proper financing behind it.
Let's tell the audience. Okay, so tonight we are doing a show. You have one show tonight.
There's an 8 o'clock performance tonight.
Yes.
There's a 2 o'clock matinee and an 8 o'clock show tomorrow night.
Saturday.
And Sunday it closes with a 2 o'clock matinee.
Okay, all right.
And I'll be doing that 15-hour drive Monday morning.
God bless, Kevin. I love my Mac
Love
Daddy.
you
I
too,
really-
baby.
Mwah. Have a great rest
you.
of the weekend.
Thank you.
Make sure you come see this production again.
yes.
Saturday, we have two shows Saturday, 2 o'clock and an 8 o'clock. And Sunday matinee closes, so you have time. You have 3 more opportunities to get here if you're not here tonight. All right? God bless.
Thank
All
you,
right.
baby.
Thank you. Mwah. What a pleasure and a joy it was to sit here with my brother, Kevin Mack, Philadelphia native, as I stated in my opening. Kevin, I love you. I want to wish you the
Alice.
absolute best. North Philly! God bless, and thank you all for tuning in to Celebrities in the Basement. And just remember, to every one fan, you have 2 haters. Just stay focused on your dreams. Keep the prayers going up, and you know the blessings will always, always come down. Thank you, and good night.
Celebrities in the basement, the place to be. Karen Wilder Martin on your TV. Politics, drama, music, sports, arts, favorite celebs, climbing the charts. First-hand info on the live. Careers, next projects on the rise. Come from Biz to Karen every week. Never know who's in the hot seat.
Do the thing that the man wants, granddaughter. Do it now!